One of the most common questions asked in the Skyblock forums is,
What's the best way to make money?
and there are a lot of answers to that question because there are so many different money-making methods in Skyblock. But if you're trying to make money fast, frag running has remained at the top of the money-making method list ever since Floor 7 was released, and it still is that way today. Let me explain. If you don't know what frag running is, basically, every dungeon of the catacombs has a randomly generated map, but every dungeon has a path to the blood room, where the Watcher will spawn mobs and mini-bosses that can sometimes drop valuable loot. On Floor 7, the Watcher will spawn a random giant from Floor 6, and they each drop their own unique frags that can sell for hundreds of thousands of coins each. There are 4 different types of giants that the Watcher can spawn. The worst and the least valuable ones being the Bigfoot and the Jolly Pink Giants, and the 2 highly profitable giants, which are the L.A.S.R and the Diamante. This is the order of frags dropped from least expensive to most expensive. Each giant has an equal chance to spawn, and once killed, giants will have a good chance to drop their respective frag, which can sell for hundreds of thousands of coins each on the auction house. So yes, if you're an Iron Man player, then this method will not make you money because you need the AH to make money off of this. So sorry Iron Man players. So with the overview done, how much does this actually make? Well, the amount of money that you make is dependent on many different factors. However, a great portion of this is simply your luck. Which type of giant will spawn? Will it drop the frag? Did the dungeon allow for a fast blood rush? You know, just a lot of luck factors that can affect your rates. Aside from luck though, the other 2 main factors are most importantly, how fast can you get to the blood room, and less importantly, how long does it take for you to finish a run, then start a new one. In terms of blood rushing, a faster blood rush time on average will significantly improve your rates. I want to put a table on screen that shows with average luck how much money you should make if you can blood rush in the time shown. Feel free to pause the video. Like I said before, the time you spend outside of the frag run queuing into a new dungeon will also impact your rates. For the fastest time, you should have an ult account in your party that does not have Catacombs 24, so you can start new dungeons without your ult getting warped into it. If you don't have an ult account, you could always ask a friend to AFK, or you could use a frag running bot. There's a Discord that I'll link down below that lets you use frag bots. You can just party the frag bot, and when it joins, you will enter Floor 7, and the bot will leave. This is good for people who don't have access to an ult account. Another frag running tip that I'll give to save you time will be that if the giant turns out to be a Jolly Pink Rock Giant or a Bigfoot, you should just leave because neither of those giants will have significant impacts on your profit. Only Diamante giants and L.A.S.R giants are actually worth killing. Now let's get into some of the gear that you should use when frag running. You're going to want to use the best clearing weapon you have. So like if you have a Hyperion, use that, but I'm going to assume a lot of people that can't afford that. So below the Hyperion, I would use a 100 mil Midas Staff, and if you can't afford that either, then I would use a Spear Scepter. Short bows like Terminator and Juju are also good because they have decent clearing capabilities and they do good damage. For armor and pets though, just use armor respective to the weapon you're using. So like if you're using a mage weapon, then use normal mage gear like Storm or Maxor, and if you're using a bow, then use something like Necron's armor. The pet doesn't matter too much, but if you're struggling to stay alive, then I would recommend using a blue whale or a yeti. Last thing before I show some footage of me frag running, and that is, when should you sell the items you get? Since Bigfoot lassos and Jolly Pink Rocks don't really sell for anything, just sell those whenever you want. But for L.A.S.R and Diamantes, you need to make sure that you sell them at the right time to make the most money. The general rule of thumb that I would give is that if Diamantes handles are above 900k, sell all you got. The time of day that Diamantes handles spike changes often, so it's hard to give a time, but with L.A.S.R, I'd sell whenever they're above 200k or 250k if you want the most money. But with all that stuff out of the way, here's some footage of what a frag gun looks like so you can understand it best. Alright, yeah, so that's pretty much it for the frag gunning tutorial. If you guys found this video helpful, then consider leaving a like or subscribing. And yeah, that's all I got. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.